got 4 in the Grade 3 2.5 mile handicap hurdle. Buzz, you mentioned, might go for the Aintree hurdle. Mr. Coffee, Champagne Platinum, Craig Niche.
All very possible. They've got work to do over the weekend. We'll have a look at them. They've all. Mr. Coffee didn't go to Cheltenham. Champagne Platinum, Craig Niche did. Buzz didn't. Again, being kept back for here, and fresh and well. Mr. Coffee, again, we left Cheltenham out of it to come here. 2.5 miles. His first time up to 2.5, which is sure to suit him. He's learned to settle now, and he's racing more kindly. Just in those big 2 mile hurdles, he was just, they were just going quick enough for him, and I'm sure an extra half a mile is going to help. And he's going to make a lovely chaser next year, so, it's just finishing off a little bonus season, but he's done well already.
And now in the Grade 1 novice hurdles, you've got Dusart and Pipesmaker in the 2 mile and the 2.5 mile. Any decisions on?
Not really as yet. There are others. Pipesmaker, I would say, would almost certainly run in the 2.5. I think he's a good horse. He's actually a maiden, but that's not his fault. Probably mine.
He's one you've always held in quite high regard, though.
I've always liked him. Yeah, he's very capable, and I think he wants 2.5. So he'll probably run there. Dusart only had one run, won what was a very competitive race at Newbury. Looked very impressive. Then unfortunately got a horrible injury. Quite a few months ago. I thought it was the end of his season. It's amazing he's got back to race this season. He might just wait till there. We'll decide. We'll just keep an eye on the ground all around. Aintree are watering already. Dusart, I wouldn't want to see him on quick ground. And if it was going to be that at Aintree, we might well wait for air.
The Mildmay Novice Chase, Chantry House, stepping him up to 3 miles here.
That looked the obvious thing to do, didn't it, at Cheltenham? I mean, he won the Marsh, as we said before, with a bit of help from Envoy Allen, or, Envoy Allen's fall. But I was, even before the race, I'd said to JP, I said I'd be disappointed if we couldn't at least give him a race. We'll never know. Envoy Allen and I think Monkfish look like taking each other on at Punchestown, which obviously opens up this race. And for all the world, it looked if Chantry House sort of halfway down the back straight, Chamblou was going a ferocious gallop. And I've no doubt he's going to turn up again and go another good gallop. But he got us off he had Chantry House off the bridle at that stage. Stamina kicked in and a bit of speed. Now, I think he can convert that into 3 miles. I certainly would like to try it now, rather like Mr. Fisher, because it'll give us the guide as to where we go next season. And I'd be very surprised if it isn't 3 miles for both of them. But one of them will probably come back and tell me they don't stay. I've no idea, but at the moment, I'm fairly confident about, certainly Chantry House going up the 3 miles, I think is it splits them up, but it's not for that reason. It's because I think he wants 3 miles.
Now, in the Melling Chase, you've got Altior entered. Is he likely to run?
I think he's almost certainly going to wait for the Celebration Chase at Sandown. I think it's his race. He's won it several times before, as far as I can remember. You have to go back a few years since nobody need to remind me, that he hasn't won for a bit, but it doesn't stop him still being a good horse. The
Topham Chase, a race you've got a fantastic record in. You've got a few entered. Caribbean Boy, Lust for Glory, Precious Cargo, Morning Vicar.
And they are all intended runners, all schooled over the fences, all thought it was good fun. They were very, very good, touch wood. And, we plan to run all 4. Caribbean Boy, Darryl was giggling from ear to ear. I wanted to keep jumping them. He thought it was such fun. Precious Cargo, big, strong horse. He thought it was great. Morning Vicar just is you know, he jumped beautifully at Cheltenham, just didn't get the trip. We ran him into Kidmuir, but he just didn't stay, and we probably knew he wouldn't. 2 mile 6 round here, perfect, jumping great. And Lust for Glory, who was very good as well. And Sam Whaley-Cohen came down and schooled her. She jumped great. Sam, as you know, has got a great record round there. So, no, all being well, all four will take part.
And is that something you generally do before running a horse in over the national fences, give them a school over a practice fence?
We have always done that. I'd say AP was in the car with me this morning when we went up there. I said, well, did everything you ever rode in the national always school over a grand national fence? All bar one. And you can guess which one it was. Don't push it. Never saw an Aintree fence before he went there. And he was, in all AP's years, he was the only one, the only winner he rode, never schooled over one before. So I said, good, we were schooling OK Corral this morning for the national. We have always done it. Some people do and some don't. But that was interesting what AP said. And it's that of all his national rides, only one had not seen an Aintree fence before. But they are so different now. And in fact, I'm not sure the one we have here is probably bigger than what they are there. But it's just to get them used to the spruce and the change. It's a different colour. It's not a different technique. It is a little bit. You don't really want to go over the top of it anymore. It is a very, very different technique altogether. Topham's been a really, really lucky race for us. I think we've won it 6-something times, 6, 5, 7, I don't know. It's been easy. Topham's easy. Going 1.5 times round, 1.25 times round, that's a piece of cake. Now, the second circuit is a complete mystery to me because nothing, as you know, ever... They fall at the first, they fall at everywhere. Or, you know, we've been second twice, but we'll get to the national later on. But, you know, it's, as I say, the Topham we've always found remarkably winnable. And, you know, we've had some very good horses in it, but they've never converted it to the national.
The Grade 1 Sefton Novice Hurdle, you've got Galley Hill and Bothwell Bridge entered?
The plan would be both. I think they're both ready for 3 miles. Yeah, they've looked like that all the way. They've got rock solid 2.5 mile novice hurdle form. I just felt they hadn't got enough experience really, and we'd had a funny time over Christmas and January, and consequently the novices really weren't quite ready for Cheltenham. And you know, even there you could see that the size of the fields in the Cheltenham novices told you that there was quite a lot missing. We were certainly missing, and I think a lot of the English horses were, or they weren't good enough. I think these are 2 good horses. They're going to be very exciting over fences next year. There's no doubt about that. But in a funny way, I'm pleased they missed Cheltenham. It was intended, keep them fresh for here. It's only the 3-week break this year between the 2 meetings, so you know, young horses certainly wouldn't want to be doing it twice. So we thought we'd keep them fresh for here. And I suspect everybody else has done the same thing.